The confluence of cell therapies, regenerative medicine, and biohybrid organ technologies is driving a dynamic resurgence in cryobiology, the study of biological systems at sub-zero temperatures. This report presents an executive summary of the cryobiology market for cell therapies and biohybrid organ tissues, along with key due diligence considerations. As living therapeutics transition from labs to patients, cryopreservation becomes indispensable, enabling the scaling, storage, transportation, and long-term stability of cellular and tissue-based products. Amid this shift, cryobiology is evolving from a niche scientific subfield into a mission-critical infrastructure component underpinning allogeneic cell therapies, iPSC-derived tissues, CAR-T therapies, 3D bioprinted constructs, and even emerging whole organ biohybrids. This evolution is driving robust innovation, market expansion, and a flurry of startup activity and strategic partnerships in three key focus areas: cryopreservation technologies, cold chain logistics, and vitrification platforms. The global cryopreservation equipment market is currently valued at approximately $9.4 billion in 2024 and is projected to reach over $20 billion by 2030, growing at a CAGR of approximately 12.5%. The cell therapy cold chain logistics market alone is valued at $1.1 billion in 2023 and forecasted to reach $3.2 billion by 2028. This growth is fueled by the commercialization of autologous and allogeneic cell therapies, increasing regulatory scrutiny over chain of custody and temperature integrity, and the urgent need for standardized, validated, and auditable cold chain processes. Key innovations include 1. Increasing adoption of vitrification techniques to avoid intracellular ice formation, preserving cell and tissue integrity during freezing. 2. New generations of cryoprotectants, especially DMSO-free or DMSO-reduced formulations that minimize toxicity and improve post-thaw cell viability. 3. Microfluidic cryopreservation systems that enable automation and high-throughput freezing and thawing, particularly useful for biobanks and clinical manufacturing. And 4. Closed-system cryobags and vials, often integrated with digital identity tracking systems that are becoming standard in GMP-compliant environments, enabling robust chain of identity and chain of custody management. Cryopreservation is now tightly embedded in the regulatory framework for HCT. These regulatory authorities evaluate cryopreservation methods based on 1. Demonstrated post-thaw potency and viability. 2. Use of closed, sterile systems to minimize contamination risk. 3. Standardized, validated freeze-thaw protocols that preserve therapeutic function. And 4. Robust chain of custody and temperature integrity documentation. These expectations are especially critical for CGT developers moving toward licensure and commercial scale. Key players include Thermo Fisher Scientific, 𝗖𝗘𝗎𝗢𝗢𝗢, BioLife Solutions, Brooks Life Sciences, and Cryoport, each bringing unique capabilities to the evolving market. However, a wave of specialized startups is disrupting the space with novel solutions. These include X-Therma pioneering ice-free cryopreservation, CellSeal providing scalable packaging solutions, and Panthera offering novel membrane-stabilizing additives. For cell therapy developers, cryobiology is a strategic enabler, not a peripheral operation. Optimizing preservation directly improves therapeutic reliability, scalability, and time to patient delivery. Biomanufacturers should consider integrating cryopreservation technologies in-house or strategically license them to ensure quality control and process risk reduction. For investors, early-stage cryobiology startups with proprietary cryoprotectants, digital cold chain integration, and freeze-thaw automation tools represent high-leverage opportunities, particularly those serving both cellular and tissue constructs. Cryobiology is also the foundation for next-generation organ preservation, such as biohybrid livers, hearts, or kidneys constructed from patient-specific stem cells or xenogenetic scaffolds, unlocking long-term growth well beyond today's CGT market. In conclusion, cryobiology is poised for explosive growth as it transforms from a niche scientific discipline into a core pillar of regenerative medicine. Investing early and strategically in this space can unlock significant opportunities for those who recognize its importance in shaping the future of therapeutics. This concludes our due diligence report and executive summary on cryobiology for cell therapies and biohybrid organ tissues. Thank you for watching.